Hello, and greetings to everyone in the brightest light family. Yes, it's family. Though we have TV on our name, yes, it's a family, and always feel at home. Thank you for all those who always take our time to watch, to comment, and like. It also encourages me to do more, right? So I really do appreciate the love, the positive energy, positive vibes. Let's continue in that spirit. And for those who are joining us now, I don't want to say new, just know you are part of the family. It doesn't matter if you're the last born or the firstborn in the house, you're part of the family. So just feel at home and know we all have our freedom to express ourselves. We all have, but we want to do it in a constructive way, right? So we want to do it because whatever we say should come from a good mindset on this page. That's why we say we are brightest light. So we want to keep everything in that positive area, and everybody knowing that okay, whatever you say may be a support, a discouragement, or an encouragement to someone. So we want to be very intentional. So, by the way, I love you all. Thank you all for always staying with us. Thank you all for choosing to be with us. And yes, you will know what to do. For those who have not subscribed, please, we encourage you to do so that you are notified each time we have a new video. And if you like what we are doing, you like our content, why not share? Please share, for we know people are going through diverse stuffs. You may not know what somebody is going through. You may not know what exactly the person needs, what words. Sometimes people just need an encouragement where they are. So we know things happen and people have different ways of dealing with things. For me, social media has been one of that platform. I know what to get, where to get. So, and that is why I do what I do, because I know if some people didn't share some of their struggles, some of their thoughts, I was not going to be here. I could be maybe depressed somewhere, discouraged somewhere, not thinking positive the way I think. So, and each day we all keep learning. So that's why we encourage us all. When you watch a video, please let us always know what you think about it. If you have recommendations, please do share. That being said, today as usual we have another topic, and as usual our topics are always encouragements or reminders for those who are joining us for the first time and those who are joining the family now. I don't So if you're joining the family now, yes, it's always to encourage ourselves, me and every other person who is listening to me, that we all are light, and yes, we have challenges. Yes, some things may not go well, but we still have a part to play. And as it is, our future is always better than yesterday, right? And yes, our goal is always bigger than the circumstance, right? So we want to always keep looking the big picture. So for us to realize most of our dreams, we know that there's something that sometimes we don't talk about, and sometimes we don't implement. That makes it difficult. We all can attest to the fact that life is dependent on the people we have in our cycle. And not just the people, but where we place people also matter. You can place somebody too close to you, and that same person who is in that wrong position that long time will be a destructive element. So it's important we are intentional about who we put in our lives, where we put them, and what we do with them. So you can also have the right people in the right place, but you treat them wrongly. And unfortunately, there are so many things we may have lost or we are losing today because of that, business wise, family wise, happiness. There are some people that are just there to make fun, but because maybe they are not as educated as you are, maybe they don't have money as you have, you look down on them. So that is what I want us to talk about today, because everybody will be dreaming, God, please bless me with this. God bless us in different ways, and one way God obviously bless all of us is putting some people in our lives, even the people that sometimes don't do the things we like or do negative things are there for negative reason. But if we place them in the right position, it may be for our good. So every person God put in our life, I come to attest that it's always for a reason. Because if Joseph, for example, the brothers didn't sell him, he could not meet those people that took him to Egypt for him to become who he became. So sometimes you need those people that hate you, those Judas or Judah, whatever their names are, to like divinely elevate you. There are some elevations that are not conventional, we know that, right? Some are just defined, like this thing that was set for you to fall, and that is it. So let's not focus on what people are doing, but today I want to just talk about what we can do, and that's networking. Networking is, it's not about, oh, bringing one person, a person bring one people. It's about interacting, and I want to be precise to say us interacting constructively and building relationships, good, friendly relationships, and creating contacts. And guess what? Some people may be watching this video but they don't know me in person. This is not working. What type of information did they get from me? You understand? So we all have that choice that we want to create good relationships, and there's no way we can create good relationships with negative mindsets. There's no way we can create good relationships with bad agenda. So we want to be intentional, each day, knowing that our success, our happiness, and the impact we create on this world, in this world, is highly dependent on our networks. And I just thought it's important to encourage us to create constructive and good network, friendly ones that it's not just, even if, for example, let me give an example, you're a businessman and you have a customer. If you treat that customer well, even if your products are expensive, that customer will still want to buy from you. If you for example, a customer comes to buy something you don't have, you treat the person well, you go and help the person, maybe to search what the person, help the person. Like I've been to a shop, for example, I need a particular gadget, the person didn't have electronic gadget, and the person took me and worked with other shop and made as if he wanted to buy it on my behalf. And yes, the price was totally different if I was going to buy it myself. And just that relationship that was created, that's how you can exchange the norm. Oh, each time you need what the person have, you just call him and he or she. And the same thing with our friends. So if we have friends and we focus on what we can do to help, to promote them, to encourage them, what they are doing that is good and constructive, also we can advise. But please, condemning, judging is not, it's not our responsibility. It's mostly as friends, families, or sisters, brothers, mothers, fathers. We are supposed as light to know that every other person is shining in his or her own area. We don't need to shine in the same area. Those are mistakes that we sometimes do that is difficult for us to network. So without making our videos long as usual, we want to get here by saying that we all are to network. Networking is not for some people, it's for every one of us. It's a lifestyle, it's not just a skill, it's a process. And it's not a one-day process, it's a daily process. Like each day you get up, you have to interact with people, take new contacts, and also you have to interact to maintain the contacts you have. So we may have 10,000 contacts in our family. What do we do with them? What we do with those contacts is what influences how happy we are. Because if you know who to call when you're sad, and you know who to call when you are demotivated, stuff like that, you won't really stay in those bad spaces for a long time. But if you don't have the right people, you don't know who to connect, that is where we may have a lot of challenges. So networking is very important. Something, skills that people go to school to learn. So if you feel like, oh, maybe I don't know how to interact with people, I'm an introvert, the question is, how can I what can I do? Sorry, how can I get out of this position to a better position? All of us are work in progress. All of us keep learning. So thank you all, and let's know as usual what you think about this topic, this video, the presentation, and also if there's something I didn't mention, please do feel free to share in the comment section.